Hi friends, welcome to TA Coffee Talks. It's your old pal Troy, back to dive into something wild and thought-provoking. We're only 3 months into 2025, and Earth's already given us a few big shakes. Literally. First, Tibet got hit in January with a 7.1 that took lives. Then late March, Myanmar rocked a 7.7, leaving Southeast Asia reeling. It's got me wondering, what's going on beneath our feet? What secrets is this planet hiding that make it tremble like this? Today, I'm taking you on a journey through 2025's earthquake saga. Real stories, mind-blowing science, and some quirky facts you can whip out at dinner to impress your buddies. Ready to explore? Let's hit the ground running. Or trembling, I should say. Let's rewind to January 7th, 2025. Around 9 a.m., in Tibet's Dingri County, right near Mount Everest, the ground jolted with a 7.1 quake. The epicenter was just 10 kilometers deep, super shallow, and that's bad news. Reports say at least 126 people lost their lives, 188 were injured, and over 1,000 homes took a beating. I saw footage of rescuers doing CPR in the snow, soldiers setting up tents. It's heavy stuff. This quake hit along the collision zone of the Indian and Eurasian plates not far from the holy city of Shaky. A Tibetan elder said, "When the earth moves, it's like the heavens letting out a sigh." Poetic, right? Makes you think. But this was just the opening act. Less than 3 months later, Earth decided to crank it up a notch elsewhere. Fast forward to March 28, 2025, 12:50 p.m. In Myanmar's Saga region near Mandalay, the ground roared with a 7.7 quake. Again, just 10 kilometers deep, shallow and brutal. Half of Mandalay's buildings were damaged or flattened, cars buried under rubble. The shockwaves reached over 1,000 kilometers to Bangkok, Thailand, where a 33-story building under construction collapsed, killing 8 and trapping 81. Then, 12 minutes later, a 6.4 aftershock hit, piling on the chaos. As of 30th of March, the latest reports indicate that Myanmar has lost over 1,600 lives, while Thailand has reported 17 fatalities. More than 3,400 people have been injured across both countries. The U.S. Geological Survey predicts deaths could climb past 10,000. Myanmar's military government, tangled in civil war, couldn't handle the rescue. Supplies just sat at the airport. People online said, "This isn't just nature's doing, it's human failure too." That Bangkok building? Only 30% done. Quality issues sparked a firestorm online. It's a tragedy that hits hard and leaves you reflecting. But 2025's Quake story doesn't stop there. On February 8th, 209 kilometers south of the Cayman Islands, a 7.6 struck. Lucky it was deep in the ocean, no major casualties, but the Caribbean coast felt it and freaked out. Then, March 31st, just before dawn, Tonga got a 7.0, 29 kilometers deep, rattling islands hundreds of kilometers away. These didn't hit as hard as Myanmar or Tibet, but the pace, it's wild. 4 quakes above 7.0 in 3 months. Earth's on a roll. I saw a post on X joking, "Is 2025 Earth's TikTok year, shaking nonstop?" It's a stretch, but you get the vibe. What's driving this global tremor spree? Let's dig into the science. How do these tremors happen? Earthquakes come from deep inside our planet. It's not a dead rock, it's alive and kicking. Picture Earth as a giant onion. The outer layer's the crust, thin, just a few to tens of kilometers thick. Below that's the mantle, hot as a furnace, thousands of degrees. Then the outer core, liquid iron and nickel swirling around, and the inner core, a solid metal ball. Quakes start in the crust, split into plates like a jigsaw puzzle. When these plates push or grind, energy builds up and bam, it releases and we feel the shake. Take Myanmar and Tibet. Both sit where the Indian plate rams the Eurasian plate, a hotspot stretching from the Himalayas to Southeast Asia. Tonga's quake? That's the Pacific plate diving under another. It's like a massive underground drama playing out beneath us. Ever notice how quirky earthquakes are? Same plate action, but some spots tremble all the time, others stay quiet for centuries. Myanmar's Sagaing fault is like a 1-200 kilometer zipper, ready to rip anytime. Bangkok, 1,000 kilometers away, shouldn't have been hit hard, but its soft soil amplified the waves, toppling that building. It's called the site effect. Nasty stuff. Tibet's quake got softened by Everest's rugged terrain, keeping damage lower than expected. Loss is varied too. Myanmar's fragile wood and brick homes crumbled, costing more than 1,600 lives. Thailand's urban setup held up better, with 17 deaths. The Cayman quake, out at sea, barely hurt anyone. So, a quake's impact? It's not just the strength, it's how ready we are. Magnitude versus intensity. Quick sidebar. People mix up magnitude and intensity all the time. Magnitude's the total energy, like Myanmar's 7.7 or Tibet's 7.1, measured with the moment magnitude scale, MW. Each jump, say 7 to 8, means 30 times more energy. Wild, right? Intensity is what you feel on the ground, rated in Roman numerals. Mandalay hit 9, which is severe. Houses gone. Bangkok, just 4, a gentle sway. Check both next time you see Quake news. It's the full picture. After every quake, folks claim they saw signs. Myanmar's quake had dogs barking days before in Mandalay, crows going nuts in Thailand. Tibet's had restless sheep, our animals tipping us off. Science says they might sense P waves, fast, harmless waves that beat the destructive S waves by seconds. Dogs, snakes, they pick it up. But it's flaky. Sometimes they're just spooked by weather or who knows what. Weird clouds or well water shifts. Maybe crust pressure, but no solid proof. Prediction's still a global puzzle. Top experts can only say 70% chance this spot shakes in 30 years. When exactly? Nope, can't pin it. Here's a wild idea. What if we set up an earthquake crow watch? If they squawk, we bolt. Crazy, but fun to think about. "2025's quakes are big, but history's got giants." 1960, Chile 9.5, the strongest ever recorded. Tsunami hit Hawaii, wiping out homes. 1755, Lisbon 9.0, quake, tsunami, fire, triple whammy, flattened Portugal's capital. Myanmar's had a 7.8 in 1912, killed hundreds. Tibet's 7.1 lucked out with highland buffers. History shows timing and place can turn a tremor into a nightmare. Earth's shakiest spots. Where does Earth tremble most? Not Japan, not California. It's Chile's Peru-Chile Trench. The Pacific Plate dives under South America, sparking constant quakes. 1960's 9.5 was there. Myanmar and Tibet ride the Indian-Eurasian clash zone, a tremor hotspot too. 2025's Quakes, they're starring in this shaky storyline. Quakes are tough, but we're not helpless. Japan's got it down, houses on shock absorbers, skyscrapers with dampers. Myanmar's fragile builds couldn't take it. Thailand acted fast with rescues. Tibet got army aid quick. There's a weird tale. US scientists tried pumping water into faults to lube plates, hoping for small slips, not big jolts. Tried it twice. Small quakes dropped, but big ones didn't, so they bailed. Earth's tremors aren't ours to tame. Myanmar's mess showed post-quake aid matters as much as prep. Supplies sat unused. What a waste. Will 2025 keep shaking? Plates have been at it for 4 billion years. No stopping soon. 4 7.0 plus quakes in 3 months is a lot. AI's crunching data, simulators are in the works, we're getting sharper. But what if we colonized Mars? No plates, no quakes, just sandstorms to dodge. Nowhere's perfect. That's it for today. From Tibet's 7.1 to Myanmar's 7.7 and beyond, Earth's a mysterious beast. It catches us off guard, but pushes us to adapt. What's your take? What's 2025's wildest quake moment? Drop them in the comments. I'll catch you next time. If you like this, hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll chat soon. See ya.